Hello and welcome back to Solutions with Lane. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lane, certified life coach and addiction recovery coach and hypnotist, here to teach you about manifestation as awareness and not through effort. If you did want to work together one-on-one, I do offer different coaching services. I have mini courses. If you want to check out the free one this to start with, it's called Awareness Reset. It teaches you how to get present, what that means, and to finally dissolve the identification with your thoughts and this character that you have been playing the role of. All right, so let's dive into this video. Mindset work, it's not about fixing. Okay? A lot of times we come into this community, we learn about manifestation and think that we have to fix, we have to change because we don't like who we are and the experiences that we have, or we only like parts of ourselves, but there's a lot of shit that we don't like about ourselves and don't accept because it's created this mess of a reality that we are experiencing. Get it? I know, been there. That's when we start learning about, well, Neville Goddard said, shift your self-concept, and everyone on the internet is talking about self-concept, da-da-da-da. You got to change your limiting beliefs, which I got stuck in that pattern too, especially as a hypnotist, right? You got to change your limiting beliefs and you got to revise your past. And oh my God, it's just a lot of work. And it turns mindset into work. It does. It's exhausting. And bouncing around from coach to coach to coach and technique to technique and reading different books and which one is right and which one is not and which one resonates for a little bit of time. And then we need the next thing because this one isn't working. And take all of that and shove it that way. Okay? We're going to start fresh here. We're going to try something new because what you've been doing is insanity because it's not doing anything. You're still the same. Do you have your manifestation? Are you who you want to be yet? Has doing the self-concept work really helped you? Maybe become a little bit more confident and secure within yourself? Yes. But do you feel like you've had this huge transformation in your life? If you're watching this video, chances are no. Chances are no. So, how are we going to make that big transformation? For one, expect nothing. Let everything just be there. There is no work. The ego loves to label things as work. Well, if I work really, really hard, because I was conditioned that if I work really, really hard, I could be successful. That's all coming from the ego, guys. Guys and girls. Okay? It's all coming from the ego. The ego loves to work. The ego loves to do. But you, as a human being, there's nothing for you to do. There's nothing for you to work on. There's no beliefs that you need to let go of. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, all come from your state of consciousness because you are nothing but pure consciousness, nothing but pure God, awareness, source, playing different roles and taking and filtering that consciousness so then consciousness can have a human experiencing itself, a human experience experiencing itself. Okay? That's it. But you are not what the ego and the conditioning tells you that you are. You are not anything that you have to work towards. Or there's really nothing for you to release other than the trying, the effort, the doing. The mindset that this is work. That's all you need to do is drop that and just allow it all to be there. Understanding that you are perfect and whole as you are. Regardless of how you look, regardless of what thoughts you've had, regardless of what relationship status you're in, regardless of how maybe you were bullied in the past, maybe there was sexual assault in the past. Maybe what else can make you not feel good? Maybe your parents abandoned you or someone else abandoned you. Maybe there was domestic violence. Maybe you had a drug addiction or alcohol addiction. No matter what you have experienced in your past, it doesn't matter. Not right now in this future, or in this present, because there is no past, there is no future. There's only now. And you keep bringing these characters with you. Like, I overcame this. drug addiction. I overcame this domestic violence. I overcame, and I'm so much stronger for it because I was able to heal myself after this heartbreak. And now, that person knows that I'm so amazing and I'm better and da da da. That you see how that's all ego? Wanting to feel like it achieved something? But there's nothing to achieve. There's nothing to overcome. There's no work towards or striving towards anything. You are everything. Everything is a projection of your consciousness. It's all you. Every experience that you've ever had in your life is all you. You were just unconscious. You weren't aware that it was all you. It's just experience that led you to this point right now in this present moment, watching this video, understanding who you truly are as source. There's nothing to work towards. So we need to drop the narrative that this is mindset work, and we need to affirm. I can't stand affirmations. I can't stand it because it keeps you in the state of longing and wishing and hoping you would just be this person already experiencing this thing. Do you think God needs to sit there and affirm? I'm loved, I'm chosen, I'm beautiful, I'm perfect, I am more than enough. I'm in my happily ever after relationship. I have all the money. Do you think God needs to affirm those things? Or do you think God knows those things because God is experiencing those things already, has those things already, because it's all the projection of consciousness coming from you? And what you don't have right now and what you're lacking right now is a projection of that same consciousness being filtered through the ego of lack and scarcity. That's the only reason why you don't have it, is because your perception of the world is being filtered through something that is muddied. It's like looking out a dirty ass window that hasn't been cleaned in 100 years. It's got dust, it's got mud, it's got whatever, gunk all over it. You can't even see out of it clearly. And that's what the ego does based off of the conditioning of what we believed that we were, which is separate, divided, and not one with God. Or that we are less than, or there's something to work towards. So when you start to come into this and you start to understand, oh shit, Lane's right. I am God. This is really starting to sink in on what it means to be source, what it means to be awareness. I've been finally practicing, presence, and it's been really helpful. And you start to really indulge yourself into who you truly are. That's like taking Windex and some cleaner to that window and wiping it all off. And now you can actually see clearly, right? There's no more gunk in your way. Your perception is clear now. And then you know that there's no work to do. There's no trying to do, because it's all just consciousness. And when you just allow everything to be, and you allow yourself to be, and who you are, like the human part of you, if you allow it all to be by just being present, then that's when things can finally manifest, because you're in the state of neutrality. You're in the state of allowance. You're not in the state of resistance anymore. Not in the state of trying anymore. Your manifestations come in and you feel more at peace. Then you're able to maintain these manifestations because you're at peace. Okay, guys? So stop the trying. Stop with the techniques. You're doing this for you. Drop the manifestation for right now. It's guaranteed once you start really knowing who you are and getting out of this role of the character in this filter, in this fucking dirty ass window that you're looking out of. You're not going to see things clearly when you're looking out of a dirty window, when your perception is coming from the ego or the character in the wounds. And as Edgar Tolle says, the pain body. You'll never be able to see clearly because you're seeing through those wounds, that suffering. So instead, you can follow like what Jesus said, not in the religious sense, okay? I know I've been talking a lot more about Jesus and whatnot, but not in a religious sense. Be still and know I am God. Why is that so powerful? Why is that one of my favorite quotes? Is because it literally says everything that you need to know within that one sentence. Be still, so be present. From that presence, you start to know yourself as God. Bada bing, bada boom. Pretty easy, right? Be still and know I am God. That's simple, guys. That's simple, right? So I don't want to make this video too long. Just remember, mindset isn't work. We're getting out of the mind and into the present moment, because that's all that actually exists anyways. And that's where all the answers are. That's where the solution actually is. Your mind will try to analyze and fix and problem solve. And it's the one that created this mess to begin with. So why would we continue to trust the mind when the mind is the source of all of the shit and the circumstances and the way that you've been feeling and the longing and the missing and the hoping and the wanting to connect and finally be in the relationship and feel loved and feel good enough? All of that is coming from the mind when you are already those things as God. So why would we trust the mind of, let me affirm, let me change my beliefs and continue to play in the mind when the mind is the one that created this shit? Doesn't make any sense, right? Like I said, I get it. I've been there. I played for a very long time with the mind, trying to change the mind and trying to hypnotize. And those things are permission slips. Visualizing, hypnosis, affirmations, they're all permission slips. You can if you want to, but there is an easier, more effortless way of manifestation. Way of finally finding inner peace and harmony. I wish I could put it into words, guys, but honestly, there are no words for the state of knowing yourself as God. It's just pure bliss, pure peace. Your mind gets quiet. Everything just feels still. The colors in your life become more vibrant. The sounds just become more like pure and I don't know. It's just a beautiful experience that I want each and every single one of you to experience. And the way that I've gotten here is through presence and knowing myself as God. And dissolving, letting go, and just allowing those characters, those thoughts, those emotions, those belief systems, all to just be there. And like I gave the example of wiping the window clean, that's literally what it feels like. It's like you're in a brand new house, like some fresh paint, clean floors. The windows are clear, the sun is shining on in. It's beautiful. And you really start to know yourself. Okay? I'm starting to really know myself. I don't know if you guys have noticed in my videos, as of lately, my energy's been different. I've been wearing my hair down a lot more. In my personal life, I've just been more like in my feminine energy, which is something I'm not feminine at all. But like cooking, decorating, wearing my hair down, like just little simple shit that I normally don't like to do, I'm doing because I'm in my receiving energy. I'm in my comfort of who I am because I know myself as God. So things are starting to shift internally to where I'm not resisting anything or holding myself up to societal standards, right? Of what people are supposed to think of me or caring what people think of me or whatever. I'm just authentic. The other shift is like content. Before I would beat around the bush with like using the label God or talking about religion because I felt like I didn't know enough. I could give two shits. I know enough to be able to speak on the stuff that I speak on. Does that make sense? So even the stuff I'm speaking on and feeling comfortable talking about is beginning to shift and change because I'm confident in who I am. I'm just being my authentic self. Not judging others for not understanding, not judging myself if I don't know it all. I'm just being and dropping the layers of conditioning. And you can do the same. All right, guys? All right. So, again, trying not to make this video too long, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. And remember, as awareness, you got this.